Okay, so good day everyone. I will be your next reporter for today. So today we will be tackling two questions, number 7 and 8. Okay, moving on. For number 7, our question are given. An OW is packing a balikbayan box. The box must have the following dimensions. Its length must be 15 centimeters longer than its width, and its height must be 5 centimeters shorter than its width. Okay. So our task is to write a cubic function, VW, that models the volume of the box in the function of its width. Then after that, we have to find the volume of the box if its width is 40 centimeters. Now class, the general form for a cubic function is represented as fx ax3 plus bx plus cx plus d. Okay. The quantity ax3 gives the cubic function its defining characteristic graph of a snake-like curve. And we use cubic function to find the dimensions of find the volume of a 3D object. Its volume is the product of these three dimensions, its length times width times its height. Okay. So back to our task to write the cubic function. We have to write down our given. Our width must be represented as W, and our length will be represented as W plus 15 because our length must be 15 centimeters longer than its width. And our height will be represented as W minus 5 as our height is 5 centimeters shorter than its width. Okay. Moving back, following this, we can represent our function as W times the quantity of W plus 15 times the quantity of W minus 5. But that's not finished yet. That's okay. We have to first do FOIL method. Multiply the first terms, W times W gives us W squared. Our outer terms, W times negative 5. And then our inner terms, 15 times W, which gives us 15W. Okay, combining like terms, 15W plus negative 5W gives us positive 10W. And then 15 times negative 5 gives us the product of negative 75. The final function would be W cubed plus 10W squared plus 75W. We multiply this to everything else class. Okay, our next task, find the volume of the box if its width is 40. What we have to do is we have to just substitute our width as 40 centimeters. So we get 40 cubed plus 10 times 40 squared minus 75 times 40. 40 cubed gives us 64,000 plus 40 squared 1,600 times 10 minus 75 times 40, which gives us negative 3,000. Okay. 64,000 plus 1,600 times 10 gets us 60,000 minus 3,000 gets us 80,000 minus 3,000. Our final volume would be 77,000 cubic centimeters. So this is question number 7 class. Moving on to question number 8. A culinary student is making an open top polvoron. She starts by a rectangular piece of cartolina measuring 20 by 30 centimeters. She plans to cut out identical squares with side length x from each of the corners and then fold up the sides. So our task for this is to write a cubic function Vx that models the volume of the box. And next, find the volume of the box if she cuts out 3 centimeters squares. Okay. So our first step is to define the dimensions using x. Our height, the size of the square cut, is height of the folded box. Our height will be represented as the variable x. Our length, the original 30 centimeters, shortened by x on both ends. X plus x equals 2. Bakit 2x class? Kasi yun yung quantity ng corners na ito-cut off natin from the square flaps. So our length will be represented as 30 minus 2x. Our width, the original 20 centimeters, is shortened by x in both ends. So width is equals to 20 minus 2x. Now our next step is to write the volume function. Multiply the dimensions together, we get V of x equals the quantity of 30 times minus 2x times the quantity of 20 minus 2x times the quantity of x. So that is our function. Meron pang isa pang method para dyan, guys. So let's solve for b muna. Finding its volume if she cuts out 3 centimeters first. So our height will now be 3 centimeters. So our new length would be 30 times 2x minus 30 minus 2x times 20 minus 2x times x. We just have to substitute the values of x as 3 centimeters. So 30 minus 2 times 3 equals 30 minus 3, 30 minus 6 equals to 24 centimeters. That's our new length. Our new width would be 20 minus 2 times 3, 20 minus 6 is equal to 14 centimeters. Now, next step is to calculate the volume. Multiply our length by its width times its height. 24 times 14 times 3. We get 24 times 14, 336 times 3. Our volume would be 1,008 centimeters cubed. So we have another way of solving for that, guys, which is using the FOIL method. So, eto kasi parang mas pinadali ko na lang. The FOIL method, same thing lang po yung gagawin natin. We just multiply the first two terms, which gives us 600. The inner and outer terms, which gets us negative 100 x. And the last term, which gets us 4x squared. We can represent it as 4x squared minus 100x plus 600. So, since meron pa tayo isa pang x, magiging cube to, ito magiging squared, ito magiging x. So, plus ang gagawin lang po natin dito is isi-substitute lang po natin yung values of x with 3. So, magiging result po niya, once na substitute po natin ang values ng x with 3, magiging result is 4 times 3 raised to 3, 108, plus 600 times 3, 1,800, and negative 100 times 3 squared gets us minus 900. Okay. So, adding all of that, same answer lang din po, which is 108 cubic centimeters po ang volume ng box if nag-cut out mo siya ng 3 centimeters squares po. So, that's all for today, guys. Thank you.